Hello there, everybody. This is Fear My Games here with episode 2 of my Guild Wars 1 playthrough. This is our handsome man, sort of. I don't know. And we're here to play some more Guild Wars 1. Hey, nostalgia trip. If you guys enjoyed the first one, hopefully enjoyed the second one. It's going to be a bit more of the same. I did pick up one side quest, actually. Like off streams, just because I was checking something out, and then and I was like, oh wait a second, I may have caused an issue. So I read the quick thing. It's from the town crier. I got it from that guy over there. I'll walk up to him. Grim news from Devona and Ashford. A clan of Grawl has swept north from the woods into Lakeside County. If they are not stopped, the village will surely be destroyed. Someone must fight these creatures and protect the people of Ashford. Coordinate your efforts with Devona. We have two quests, I believe, that are taking us to Devona, if I remember correctly. Yep. We have this one where we have to retrieve a stolen chest and return to Devona. This one is just on its own, I believe, and this one's separate as well. But we have two quests that involve this NPC Devona. One thing I'm doing real quick is just checking to see. I did notice before, as I was getting some stuff checked out last time I logged in, is that I did notice some new side quests that appeared. For example, from Sandra Alec. I'm sorry to bother you, but I've heard some impressive things about you, and I think only someone with your skill and bravery can help me with my problem. I think my brother Orion, who's actually, that guy's going to come back later, because he's actually a henchman in the Relator campaign. Has fallen in with the wicked royalists. He's not wicked, just reckless and impulsive. When Sir Titus expelled him from the academy, he became embittered toward the army. But I don't think he realizes how serious this is. I don't want him to throw his life away for foolish pride. Do you think you could find him and tell him what I said? Perhaps convince him to come home. I don't know exactly where he is, but I imagine Relena Stormbringer and Foibles Fair might. Orion was always trying to oppress her. He might have told her something. I'll bring your brother home. So Orion is actually, I believe, a henchman that you encounter later on. So you can basically invite him to your party. And the royalists are basically the current king, Adalburn, was not a born royal. He became king. I forget the exact reason why. It's been a while. But he became king, and basically the royalists want the old king back instead of him. So that's kind of what that is about. A group of Char broke through the gates. They must be stopped at all costs. Meet me at the gates just outside of town in Lakeside. What say you? Will you help me drive these Char from fair Ascalon? I'm with you, Prince Rook. So it looks like we'll probably be doing that quest first, because I believe he immediately appears and charges out. So we'll be doing that quest first. I'm just checking over here, making sure there's no NPCs I missed, because I always like getting a big pool of quests before I move on and finish things off. There's also some more quests I'll be picking up. What's nice is that the reason why I'm keeping these enchanted lodestones in the Grawl necklace is I believe, it's been a while, I believe they're collectors who will they'll trade those items for armor and other gear. For example, they also will be giving me an inventory bag slot, which will be super nice to have, because that way I don't have to buy it later and spend gold. And there's Baron Agan. And what's his quest? Oh, he also gave me Bandit Raid, but he also apparently has a new quest. The Devourer Cave, southwest of town, has always been a source of danger to the people of Lakeside County, but they have learned to be vigilant and defend themselves from the beasts. Unfortunately, I've been hearing recently of a new sort of Devourer with the poisonous sting. I'd like you to find one of these creatures, kill it, and take its poisonous stinger to Brother Menlo in Ashford Abbey. Brother Menlo will be more important in the story later on, especially in the factions campaign, so keep his name in mind. I'm getting some weird lag in my game right now. So a little bit of stuttering. I don't know why. I don't think I alt-tabbed. Let me check something. Let me turn that off. Oop. There. Maybe that'll help it. Alright, let's see. I think that's everything. Unless I want to jump check over there, but I'm good. We'll come back later. If there's any more quests, we'll worry about it then. So there's Prince Rook. So we have to follow him to the gates. Because he will just go off by himself. I don't actually know if he would succeed by himself or not, but we'll find out. So this is part of the char at the gate right here. Gives me a long sword. Not too particularly useful, but it'd be better than the starter sword here. If I want to start making use of some of these sword skills, then that's a pretty good one to go for. I don't quite know which secondary class I want to go for. But as I said, probably monk, but maybe I'll choose something else. Who knows? Basically, in case I didn't explain it last episode, in Guild Wars 1, you can be your main profession, which my main profession is Mesmer. That's actually the wrong target if you used empathy on. I can use this to kite him now. But basically you can have my main class is Mesmer, but you can pick any of the other classes and you can become your secondary profession. You get all of their tributes, like here, except for their very specific one. For example, if someone became a Mesmer secondary, like a Ranger Mesmer, they wouldn't have fast casting, but they would have illusion magic, domination, and inspiration magic. Kind of the same thing. If I became a elementalist, well, actually, that was the simplest one. I know that one off the top of my head. If I became an elementalist, I would not have energy storage. And it kind of depends on which kind of the classes. Warrior, I don't remember if I would lose strength or if I lose tactics. One of those two attributes I lose at least. Ranger, you wouldn't get expertise. Necromancer, I believe, is soul reaping. Hey, there's a quest for that guy over there. And then monk, you don't get divine favor, and there's probably another one. Which gods I forget about. Anyways, oh, you're the one who killed my bull, Bill. 'Twas at Althea's bidding, sure, but that's not to me. If you and that Athelia woman won't compensate me, I'll take my case to the constabulary and I'll get satisfaction. That bull protected my farm for all these years. Who will protect it now? You know what might do the trick? A devourer might. If I could raise it from a hatchling and train it myself, tell you what. You'll bring me a devourer egg and we'll call it even. What do you say? I got a deal. Old Mac, that name's familiar. So we'll get this one. You're the Mesmer Sir Titus was telling me about, aren't you? Well, I imagine he's right that you've got potential. But potential won't save you from a char firestorm. Experience will. You know, that's some foreshadowing right there. I suggest you head southwest to Ashford and talk to Devona. She's bound to have a task or two for you. So basically, another quest to go to Devona. This quest right here that I'm going to pick up here is the one that I will be doing off stream because it requires me to party up with an ally. I'll probably ask one of my friends to log into Guild Wars 1 and do this quest for me. I'll read out to them. With all the dangers out in Lakeside, I can't believe the number of people who go running around by themselves. Why? I've already got my hands full resurrecting fallen soldiers without some novice Mesmer adding to the burden. Don't people know there are plenty of folks in Ascalon City who'd be perfectly happy to join them in their adventures? I'll tell you what, if you promise to do your adventuring with an ally, I'll gladly give you Signet that can resurrect fallen party members. Sounds like a good idea. Gwen is one I always forget about. I left my flute by the river, but there are lots of scary monsters there now. I don't know what to do. Can you maybe go and kill them and bring my flute back? Sure. So I guess that's what her quest is. But we have now 3 quests telling us to go find Devona. That's one reason why it's kind of nice to grab a lot of the side quests when you see them. Because a lot of the time, they will... Someone message me? Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of looked at Abbott. Mark, it's more like, oh, I've noticed it. Because quite often, I honestly forget to check my messages. And I'll be like 3 hours later, be like, oh... Someone messaged me. I completely forgot because it happened while I was in the middle of something. Yeah, so I'm gonna, just for the fun of it, I'm gonna try using the sword skills, even though it's probably not the most efficient way of doing it. It's probably I'm playing, but hey, I never said I was playing really for efficiency. But it's kind of funny, is this definitely puts it more in line with how I play Mesmer in Guild Wars 2. Because when you play Chronomancer, or if you play Power Mesmer in general, your main weapons are swords. Sorry there's no bright light going on behind me again. It's just because the time where I have to record these videos is most often during the day, when, like, if I don't have work or during my lunch break. So I do apologize for the bright light behind me again. If it's, I'll probably start putting the green screen back up after this one. And I'll also keep an eye out on the web on my, like, to the corner of my eye, and I'll turn off my back. I have basically a little light compensation going on because I don't have a lot of, like, light coming in from here anymore, so, which makes it even brighter than it normally would be. Well, like, finish her quest, that was nice and easy. So the further adventures one here to go into Vone is part of my primary quests. One thing that's nice about Guild is when they separated, your primary quest is always going to be seen. Primary quests will always be the ones that advance the main story. Everything else, these are just side quests, designed to give me experience, money, or other kind of rewards, such as, you know, Warhammer, which I won't be using the Warhammer, but I can always sell it or salvage it for something else. Let's see, Poison Devourer. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm heading off over to the Ashford Abbey because I'm going to be going there no matter, guaranteed, because that's where the monk trainer is, but I'm also just keeping an eye out to see where my quest might go. One thing I actually usually have that I actually have not had up this while recording, mostly because I kind of forgot to do it, is, so it looks like a lot of them are in the same direction. Get back here. So the Poison Devourer is over there. Portentous, also the Rogue's Replacement is, where is it? It's also in that same direction, just a little further along. Wayward Wizard is not too surprising. It's basically Foible Spare is, I believe, a small little, like, settlement area, town instance, on the way to the Elementalist Trainer, which is over here. Trouble in the, which actually probably the quest, actually, that's right. It's gonna go. And then this one, we talked to Devona as well. So we're on the right track for all of our quests. Banner Raid's the only one that actually we've passed by. It's over here, apparently. Oh, it's over there. Well, I'm probably gonna do those. I want to go for Ashford Abbey first. That way, so this, that way, if we die, we have a town right next to it. We can just waypoint back to instead of having to walk all this way. So yeah, this one, he'll trade in baked husks, and he'll give me better armor. Right now I have the starter equipment, which is only 5 armor, 5 energy. This one is 7 armor and gives me bonus energy recovery. Though that does it by default, so slightly better armor. Essentially is what that is. So we'll be coming back here a decent amount, because we have 2 quests here, but also this is what we're going to do. Have our we're going to do Monk, assuming that's where I end up going. Most likely, depending on how long it takes me to do some of these side quest stuff, we might do the main story. We might continue that, because getting your secondary profession is actually how you proceed with the main story. It's kind of interesting is that depending on which game you play, how fast you get your secondary class will be kind of different. You get it pretty quickly in Prophecies and in Factions, while for Nightfall, it's a little, I think it's slower than the rest of them are. Lynn's actually kind of a nice combination. It's Conjure, Phantasm, and Sever Artery, because bleeding is a damage over time condition. So I basically stacked a 2 damage over time skill, so while it was gone, it just slowly died. So I'm going to resummon this imp for my bonus thing to try and help me, because I'm expecting to struggle with this. Oh, Gwen's still following me. That's probably not safe to bring a child to subjugate bandits, but who says I have good, I'm good with children, okay? There we go. They didn't actually do too much damage either. And they're all focusing on me. It wasn't like, you know, they were hitting my imp like it was with the bull. They just, for some reason, didn't do almost any damage. What's nice about the healing signet is that actually I can cast without spending any mana. The only weakness is that I do take more damage while I'm casting it. So like it has its benefits and its downsides. While I'm holding an item such as this, you can cast spells, but you cannot use any. You cannot make any melee attacks or make any auto attacks with your weapons. Which is one reason why if you have in your party, you always want to make sure the caster picks up items like this, because they can actually still cast all of their skills while holding the item, while a martial class is just shit out of luck the whole time. Apparently, it's over here, so I want to take it to Devona. And how many belts do I have? I believe it's 3. If I get 3 worn belts, if I remember correctly, I can trade it for the bag that I want over by this guy. But I don't have enough bags. I mean, not enough belts yet. I'm going to double check just to make sure he does use belts, because he might actually use something else. Once I get past the beginning, I don't really worry about collectors. But when you're just starting out and you're low level, collectors is always a nice thing to keep an eye out for. Yeah, I was right. It does require belts. And I want to get his belt pouch here, which goes in this slot. He also has some weapons, but honestly, you probably get better weapons just from drops, honestly. It looks like he has a new quest for me. Allison the Tanner. Little Thorn has ordered a big bear skin cloak. Little Thorn is also a hero that you get after the free searing. But I don't have a good bear pelt from which to make it. If you could find me a pelt, Little Thorn, to me this looks like an M, but I know from like who it is, that's an R and an N just really close together, and the font just makes it look like an M. Otherwise it's Little Thorn, but I know it's Thorn. Like 99% sure. We'll make it worth your while. Southwest of Ashford is a place called Wizard's Folly, and I understand bear hunting is good down there. What do you say? I'll take it. Gives me some experience. I probably won't be using the axe or the cane, because I believe I have a quest already that's better than what the reward is. But, you know, loot is loot. Oh, hey, Millipton. He is a quest. Oh, he's probably the tenant. Yeah, he's the tenant. I'm going to first give this to Devona. And then I won't continue the rest of my quests. So Bandit Raid. I'll come back to her in just a second. I want Miller Upton first, just in case there's combat to worry about. Poor tenant, all day long we churn the stone and grind the wheat. Just turn the stone and grind the wheat. Just once I'd like there to be a little excitement in my life. What does he want? I'm sorry, I really can't worry about helping Namar until I get rid of these damnable bees. Think you'd give me a hand? Take one of the honeycombs lying on the ground and use it to lure the bees across the bridge. If you lure those 3 swarms of bees away, I think I'll be able to think straight again. So massive honeycomb. Where's the bees? Oh, there's one bee. I wonder where the other ones are. So I have to run across the bridge, and then I guess I drop the item? Is how it works? Oh, there's only one way to find out. It's kind of weird how the swarm actually kind of gets targetable and then untargetable again. So it just says across the bridge. Okay, I can drop the item now. Here we go. I think it would be kind of funny if I brought it back over and was just like, hey, I brought the bees back. Alright. I think I saw a quest over there. Oh no, it's okay. There you go, I got some money, some experience. The divine symbol isn't all that important because I already have a better item, as I said. Well, actually, that's not too bad. Though actually, I wouldn't really want any of those. That's really bad. Minus 20%, minus 20 health. Only get bonus armor and energy when below 33%. That's horrible. That's like only there for money or something like that. I've heard talk among the townsfolk of unsettling... Hey, there's a quest over there. Sorry. Rumors coming from Mirak the Scribe. Instead of babbling to random strangers, he ought to send word to the authorities. If he's come across something truly important, but I'm sure he's too engrossed in his books to think of anything practical like that. My duties in town keep me from looking into the matter myself, but if you could go to Ashford Abbey to the north and ask him about it, I'd appreciate it. I'll see what I have to say. So she's giving us a quest to go back to the Abbey. I'll do her quest in just a moment. I want to talk to Pitney. I don't know what he does. Oh, I remember his quest. It's going to take me across the bridge. These worms will be the death of me. They've driven me off my farm. Doesn't matter how many I kill, as long as there's a queen worm, more will be back the next day. Here's what I'm thinking. Worms love devour eggs, right? Can you get a devour egg from Fadden Hathorn for me? I'll use it to lure the queen into the open, and then you can squash her like the bug she is. I think I can handle it. Easy peasy. So let's do Trouble in the Woods. So now we're going to go attack some Grawl that's going to be up here there. I think we're going to see our first boss enemy too of the series. I'm running low on inventory space. I'll need to go back and sell stuff. This actually, for a basic sword, actually is a really good inscription of 15% bonus while health is below 50. That's one of the most common ones you might see in a higher level build. Sometimes they'll change it out like a little bit. What's the char doing south of the wall, you may ask? It's because of plot reasons that would be a spoiler. Someone's arrived at the front door. Apologize for that. I'm gonna... Basically, the enemies have healers just like players do in this game. So one thing you always want to do when you play Guild Wars 2... Guild Wars 1, sorry, is that you always want to focus the healers on the enemy team. Unless you have a crazy amount of damage, more often than not, you'll be having more trouble by leaving the enemy alive, the healer alive, than just focusing them down and killing them. Though you do have to be kind of careful to make sure the enemies don't charge your own healers in backline, because that could also be its own problem too. Depends on how well how good they are taking care of themselves. I think the village is safe for now. The Grawl are not very intelligent, but even they understand a show force. What really troubles me is the presence of that Char Ranger. Could he be inciting the Grawl to attack for some reason? I will warn Rurik of this threat. Thank you for your aid. Accept. And now I'm level 4. So I'm going to do... I guess I'll do Illusion Magic because I'm spamming some skills a lot, and Fast and Domination Magic too. So we might as well do the Devour the Worm problem here, because it's, I believe, they're actually both in the same spot. So we might as well complete these two quests while we're here. The Collector, Kaylee. Let's see, so she wants... Grawl necklaces. I have 3 actually. I could get one of these if I wanted to, but none of these are valuable enough for me to get. And the Grawl necklaces are basically have the same amount of value as those things I would exchange, so it's not really worth getting. So let's just conjure Phantasm on it, just do some initial damage, and we'll go up and do some auto attacking. Well, it's kind of nice. Something I might do. The anniversary is going to be coming up in a few months for Guild Wars 1. I believe it's end of April, if I remember correctly. My inventory is full, so I can't pick up the item. Inventory problems. I should just go... dang it. Wait, that means I won't be able to get my... This fish has become a problem that I did not consider. This shield's actually not too bad for a beginner. Not something I would really want late game at all, though, but it's not bad for beginner stuff. So that's a bit unfortunate that I have inventory full and there's so much stuff right here. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go back to Ashford Abbey. We'll walk back. I want my loot. I'm a cheapskate, you know. There's the merchant. I used to forget where he is in this village. So I'm just going to sell all this stuff to clear up inventory space. I could have actually destroyed my /bonus stuff. Oh, don't delete that. If I wanted to, I could have deleted this for more space. I'm just going to sell this too. Might as well. And I probably should have done that if I thought things through all the way, but I don't think things through all the way. Okay? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just head back on over there. There's ways to like increase your speed and stuff like that in Guild Wars 1, but those ones aren't very common, especially in the lower levels. Once you get to high levels and you can start getting stuff, they do become a lot more common, and but they don't usually last all that long. So there are some builds that you make it so your faster moving skills are better. Sorry, what was I again? Where your faster moving skills like can like last almost forever. For example, like there's like run builds like Escape, Ranger, and other things. There used to be whole builds that was designed to run as fast as you can from Lion's Arch, which is a city we'll encounter later on, and Ascalon, which is where we are. Where they basically run people from there, either direction. Because you can actually skip a lot of the main story if you want to, like, for example, if you wanted to jump over to a different expansion, the way that you would get there is all you need to do is be at Lion's Arch, and I believe you can just immediately hop to a different campaign if you wanted to. There's other, like, or if you were at Lion's Arch, you want to get quickly to Ascalon, you can do that. That way you can get to Ascalon and you can actually do the missions in Ascalon. You can find an Ascalon as if you're a character from a different campaign. It's like kind of a completionist thing at that point. The yellow seeds die super easily. I believe they drop some stuff that's useful for a collector though, but I won't be staying long enough to actually make use of them, so I think it's not too important. You can see his empathy every time he attacks, he's losing 19 health. It did run out though, because it only lasts 7 seconds due to the level of domination magic I have. But empathy is such a nice skill, like at later levels, not even like 20, but even like about 10, and you put enough points of domination magic, the empathy will probably, you just put it on like an auto attacking target, like a lot of the char that we'll encounter later on. And he just dies. Hey, there's a guy right there for quest stuff. What is your quest, Duke? You there. You look like a sturdy Mesmer. We've met before, actually. I've tasked my man Faden here with retrieving Devour eggs for me from the cave over yonder. However, he appears unmanned by the Devourers, afraid of being eaten or some rot like that. I need a brave soul to keep the Devourers away from Faden while he does the job for me, for which he has been paid. What do you say that? I'll protect him. I'm coming in here anyways. So, actually, apparently I'm supposed to get it from him. I guess after this quest, so I guess they kind of go together. I didn't know that. That's actually interesting. Gwen's still following me. And unless I tell her to stop following me, she'll just keep following me this whole time. Kind of a funny character on that one. Okay, I see that Carrion's attacking me. Let's see, it's gonna run out in just a moment. Yeah, it's already ran out, unfortunately, because it only lasts 7 seconds right now. I wouldn't really put empathy on a caster class, but there's other ways to kill a caster class, if you're expecting to encounter one. I'm gonna put this in here. That'll finish him off while I grab the hidden stash. Nothing I will be using, but I still think I can sell. Though I don't mind keeping the flap, though, maybe for a little bit later. Look, there's an egg. Yes, I found one first. While he's doing that one, I'm going to focus on the next level, because I don't think anything spawns in to attack him. He's like, let's keep moving. Walks right into a wall. Big brain strats right there, team. Big brain strats. That one's gonna die. Let's see, so he should grab that one now. Right? Come on. You can do it. Look, there's an... Wow. I totally didn't know that. Sometimes when you deal with NPCs, especially in older games, it's kind of funny. Honestly, I shouldn't use empathy first against something that's melee. But, I just kind of did it out of habit. I'm just pressing my one skill first. Let's see. So that one's a boss. There should be a boss around here for for one of the other quests. The Poison Devourer. It should spawn right there soon. Alright, so in the meantime, we'll just focus on killing these guys out. There's a Disease Devourer. I think these Disease Devourers are something from the Poison Devourer quest line. I don't think it's anything to do with... I think it's not normally here if you don't have that quest. I could be wrong, though. I was actually expecting them to attack me from up there. That's why I used empathy on them as fast as I did. But instead, they went all the long way around. Let's see. Alright, so yep, there's the Plague Devourer. I'm gonna kill the weak one first. That'll make my life a lot easier. And then there's that one's not even all that tough, actually. It's just like it's like a slightly bigger Lash Devourer. So I get, do I need to bring more than one? Okay, I just need one. I don't know why they dropped two. That's kind of weird. Alright, so I think that quest's basically done. Egg Hunter's complete, so I just need to get a Devour Egg from him, and then we'll be good. For the other quest too. See? Killing 3 burns with 1 stone. I'm just adjusting the camera real quick because I know this is a little bit high. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like the way I sit some days is different than others, but sometimes the camera just doesn't do what I'm expecting it to do. Should be able to talk to him and get my reward now. Except I get 2 Devourer Eggs, which fits my Worm Problem quest. I guess you don't get them from Fate in either way. No. The more you know, apparently. The Worm Problem's there. I believe the Rogue's replacement is over there. So I have both of the Devour Eggs, 1 for each quest, which is good. So for Old Mac, it looks like I have to. I'd either have to walk the whole way, or I could just waypoint back to Ascalon City. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna waypoint to Ascalon City, or map travel, as it is called in Guild Wars 1. Well, map travel there and talk to Old Mac, and then map travel back to the Abbey. Maybe pick up that quest I left behind there too. But let's see. Little Thorns, Big Cloak is gonna have to wait. So Pitney will most likely try to bring us over to the farm that's up over here, where we saw those worms. And by the way, if you are wanting to get something from that collector, the baked husk that he asked for is from those worms at the farm. They spawn from them. They drop from them, I should say. There's Pitney, the Worm Problem. Yep, he's asking us to go over there now. I'm just keeping an eye out for see if there's any more exclamation marks for quests nearby. Oh, what? No, that's not a exclamation mark. That's just a sunflower. Follow Pitney, Pitney, Pitney. Alright, so there's a lot of plague worms here. I know each time attacks. Oh, why am I not attacking? There we go. That was weird. I'll just auto attack a little bit here. Okay, so we have to deal with the worm problem. The worms will probably start attacking me, at least when I attack back. There we go. That one's dead. I might as well resummon this imp guy. Just make these go faster. There's the Worm Queen. Because she went underneath at the right time, my empathy canceled itself because when they go underground, they technically do not exist in this game. So thank you so much. Those worms won't be a problem now. Newsflash, they actually will be a problem because the game rules will just treat it as if it never happened, unless I'm very much mistaken. I know there's some things that actually do change based on the quests you do, but I'm pretty sure these worms will always appear. I'm 99% sure. Oh, Penny has a new quest, apparently. I'm at a loss. First those worms, and now Stolen has stolen my prize moa bird. To make matters worse, the tracks seem to indicate that whoever took her led off to the catacombs. I won't have to tell you how dangerous it is down there. Wait, you're a strong Mesmer. Would you be willing to find my poor bird and bring her back? Fine, I'll find your bird. We have other quests that will take us to the catacombs anyways. So might as well pick up all the quests that go to the catacombs. I know that there's a... Let me check to see here if there's no more quest to period. I don't think so. I think there's a quest over there I could pick up. I think that's the quest to find my secondary profession, is I believe over there in that direction. Where's old Mac? Do I have to wait for him to like saunter on over here? Oh, where was it? If you'd like to become a better Mesmer, I suggest you talk to Lady Althea at the actor's stage. I cannot say words sometimes. Here in Lakeside County. Simply follow the road northwest to town to find the stage. I already did that, though. I already did. Lazy bum. Apparently old Mac isn't there, though. Oh, wait. His arrow's there, but his model... What? What? I'm pretty sure there's an arrow right there where no one was. What the... He teleported there, I swear. He teleported. He was not there originally. I'm not blind. Here's your thing, devour, old Mac. Ah, that's lovely. Devour all of my own. I think I'll call him Joe. Come, Joe. Let's get you someplace warm and dry. Shh, there's a good egg. Oh, there's also another way to get a bell pouch, apparently. Scale fins. I don't have any. I sold the only scale fins I had. What? Does she have a new quest? Oh, no, she just wants to follow me. She's a stalker. Stalker, I say. Alright, so next thing, I'm gonna real quick walk in here, double check to make sure that there's no settlements in here. So, yeah, Ashford Abbey, the catacombs, which I'm going through Ashford Abbey anyways. So, yeah. Probably won't be going on too much longer in this part. But, you know, our act of being a good Samaritan, helping people out, fixing their problems, running around like an errand boy. But we'll call it, you know, a good Samaritan. That way we come out a little bit better. So it's kind of funny. Sometimes you can just walk right through NPCs, and sometimes they're the biggest wall in the game. So Sir Titus wants you to take on a second profession before you face the Char, right? I think he is right to say so. A second profession gives you access to all of the skills and most of the attributes of that profession. This is a big decision not to be taken lightly. You might wish to see trainers for several professions and learn a little something about them before settling on one. Not just any trainer can teach you a second profession, but I can direct you if need be. I kind of know where all the secondary, all the main profession guys are, so I'm not going to worry about asking him right now. I'm still trying to decide what I want it to be. I'll decide before the next part, though, so don't need to worry about that. Hey, Lieutenant Langmar. You kind of forgot she was there. So Lieutenant Langmar, she'll actually appear later on in the story again. And also in Guild Wars 2, there's actually a place called Langmar's Estate, which is named after her family. / herself. Apparently, I can't get skills in pre-searing until I've proven myself. I actually did not know that was a thing. Mostly because I kind of... Before, I would usually kind of go through pre-searing as fast as possible to get my character moving on. But in the last, funnily enough, since like before, like Guild Wars 2 has been in the decline more accurately, I've actually taken a lot more of, as can be seen actually in this video, is that I've taken a bit more of a laid back approach. Why is he gonna give? Is he gonna give me like a second? I think he's gonna give me part 2 to that quest, so won't worry about it. But I think it's about 40 minutes long. I think that's all I want for a part of this series. So we'll call it a day here, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoy the series. Hopefully, there's not been too much of a nostalgia trip. Mostly been running around doing quests and all that side quests, stuff like that. Getting some experience. But we're now level 4 out of 20. We're a fifth of the way there to max level, but at max level, there's still a far way to go. Next time we'll go to Ashford Abbey. We'll still do a little more side quests. We'll probably also do next time is find our secondary profession and do some more side quests. Probably I want to do as many side quests as I can before I leave pre-series. That way there's nothing I really miss. That way you guys can kind of see everything of pre-series. If I just went really fast, all you guys would see is Ascalon City, and maybe the Ashford Abbey, a little bit of the catacombs, and then we're out of here. Or if I went Elementalist, a little bit of the mountains here, a little bit of area of Lakeside, and then we're out of here. Or if I wanted Warrior, it'd be a little bit of here and a little bit of there, and that's it. So I kind of want to show you guys as much as I can of pre-series without it being completely boring. But take care, everybody. Have a good day, night, wherever you may be. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, and BitChute's still being worked out, and Odyssey's but YouTube and Rumble are the 2 main channels I got going on. Take care, everybody.